Welcome back to another episode of How to Improve Your Aquarium with me, Empty Fish Tanks. There has been some absolutely insane entries this week. The standards just getting higher and higher, way higher than what I can achieve. Let's not waste any time and jump straight into this week's top 5 upvoted on the Reddit. Okay, the first one we've got here is 52 upvotes. That's a lot of upvotes, right? We're getting more people coming in, signing up now, so we've got like 800 people in this Reddit, which is great. It's only been a few weeks. I keep looking at the wrong bit of the screen, sorry. Anyway, my 180 litre tank, alright, nice big tank, 1 week old, still cycling, first layout. Any suggestions are welcome, thanks for inspiration. I mean, that looks great, and I can tell that that's going to look absolutely insane when that grows in just a few weeks' time. You structured your wood really nicely there, meeting in the middle, nice path down the centre, with bordered with this nice bits of what looks like either dragonstone or lava rock, not wood. So we've got some really nice stems at the back. I don't know what those are. Is that hippotoides? Hippopotamus? You're not funny, MD. Really nice light up there. There's an RGB light up there. Looks like a twin. Yeah, it's a twin star. I can see a little twin star at the side. And we've got some really nice inlet lily pipes. And guess what? We've got CO2 as well. And it's an ADA tank. This guy has not gone cheap. Serginis. Well done. Anyway, well done. That's just great, isn't it? What are we saying? A week old. Okay, a week old. It already looks this good. And that dense planting. That's the key, guys. Remember, I told you that dense planting. That's what this guy's done here. And it's just gonna go insane. I nearly swore then. That's how good it is. But I didn't, because we don't swear. This is a family-friendly show. On to the next one then. The next one is posted by R-Line Pixels. I like that. Anything that says pixels in it is always like cool. I don't know why. MD fans, this is my attempt at Dutch plants only escape in the 60 litre. So I class a 60 litre as a nano. It's a little bit on the larger size of a nano, but it's still a nano, isn't it? Look at that! Plant explosion. It looks so good, doesn't it? Again, we've got a high-tech system going on here. We've got CO2. Look, beautiful colorations as well. So I'm guessing there will be an RGB light on this. There will be, definitely, for sure. With those reds coming through like that, we definitely have. There's the Rotala HR at the side there. And that might be HR2, or that may be rotundifolia, because even rotundifolia goes red near a high light source, so that's good. Or pinky, not quite as red as the HR does, but it still looks great. This is so good. This is my style if I was to do a Dutch Aquascape, which I am going to be soon, but with a little bit of a twist. That's going to be coming up. I'm working on it. I like to build my tanks now and leave them for a few weeks before I do like the final shots to you guys, or any problems that arise and all that. I just feel like it's a bit of a better story if we don't just build it and edit the video over the next 2 days and then get it out, because you need a few days just for everything to settle in for it to look its best. Anyway, this looks absolutely fantastic. Loving it. And it's giving me some nice ideas for what I want to do as well, and hopefully it will be giving you guys ideas what you want to do, because that's the point of this series. Okay, great job. Moving down, number 3, 1 month progress on a 40 litre. Okay, right, I've already had a look at this one because it come up a day ago, and I looked last night. This is 40 litre, so it is a nano, and we got CO2 injection again, so I'm expecting, obviously I know already, but after a month ready, boom, look at that. Really nice. We've got full the hair grass is almost completely filled in now. It's all looking great. Again, I'm not going to be sitting here on how to improve these ones, guys, because they're already doing amazingly well, and it feels a little bit condescending for someone like me to be telling them how to improve. But for instance, with this one, maybe we could do some shaped stems, you know what I mean? So like a curved shape in this one, a curved shape in this one, a curved shape in this one. I've seen that sort of ball effect done by Tropic Tank, is it, on YouTube? It looks really cool, and I think this is the sort of setup where you can go for that really neat look, and I think it'll pull it off really well. Great job from Shokil Shakilwani. Well done, Shakilwani. I think one of the funniest things about this is trying to pronounce the names. I mean, that could be Shock Eye Line, but I'm not reading it as that. It's Shokilwani. Number 4, my Ikebana. I think it's Ikebana. Is it Ikebana? Is it IKEA banana? IKEA banana aquarium. That's it. We're calling it the IKEA banana aquariums. This is his IKEA. No, I keep saying his. It's not necessarily a he. Water so Frohan. Well done, Water so ho Fran man. So ho Fran. So this is his IKEA banana aquarium. So we've got some nice Monte Carlo down there. We've got crypts in there. Yeah, so I've got loads of crypts at the moment. Tropica sent me just a boatload of crypts. There was short supply of all their other plants, and they needed to keep them for their clients, which makes sense. Obviously, the point of me doing this and getting free stuff with them is so that their clients can have plants. So for me to take them all would be stupid, but they got tons of crypts in. So I've got a massive store of crypts at the moment for something coming up, which is going to be cool. But this looks great. So we've got the Aquarius at the background. This is, or it could be Pavula, I don't know, the taller hair grass, not the mini stumpy one, the taller one. And this crypt's looking really great and healthy. Similar style to me. Oh, you can use your magnet to pick up these bits as well. So, yeah, looking really, really good. I love that. I love crypts now. Like, I wasn't a fan of them before because I never left them long enough to grow nicely. But in my in the aquarium, you can see behind me, or not see because it's got a bokeh effect on it. It's not effect. It's just the camera, because we've got the upgraded camera. I don't know if you've noticed, the quality is like insanely high because I'm using new rig. But yeah, I think it looks great. Where was I going with that? Yes, the crypts, they grow in amazingly, like the greens on the crypts as well. Certain ones, like the Willisi, look absolutely brilliant once you let them grow in a bit, and really vibrant. Anyway, so that's number 4. And number 5 is 2-month-old nanoscape from Shireen170. Shireen170. It sounds like a girl, could be a bloke though. We don't know. Let's just assume otherwise, that it's something, whatever. Okay, so another CO2. So basically, guys, the top 5 upvoted so far have all had CO2 systems and been pretty much like high-tech systems, if you like. So I think we could take away from that, if you want to get that absolutely insane look, you're going to need to invest in the CO2. But I wouldn't suggest you start there unless you know you're really into this, because it can be expensive. So yeah, we've got some really nice Rotala bonsai. I think that's the bonsai. It's not rotundifolia, that's for sure, but it looks absolutely gorgeous nonetheless. Look how cute it looks, like little trees it looks like. And this are it's too much. It's just too much. I hate pronouncing this name. Alternamphra Brennicki. You know what I mean. AR. And then we've got this stuff down here. Looks like tears. I don't know, some baby tears or something. I'm not sure, but anyway, some nice little ember tetras in there. A pygmy cory, yeah, everyone loves a pygmy cory, right? And then look at this hair grass going absolutely nuts. 2 months old, so it makes sense. Yeah, 2 months old in a nanoscape with CO2, hair grass goes insane. This is really good, right there. So there is the top 5, guys. Great work from everyone upvoting it, and just fantastic effort all round. There should be some really good ideas for you guys there. Right, so it's tip time. Let's take a look at some of your tanks and some of the questions that you guys have been asking me, and hopefully I can answer them for you. Okay, up first, my second tank in 3 weeks. Oh, I'm hooked. Yeah, I know the feeling. Like, especially when you start well. If you start a tank well and it's going good, you get really excited, and then you start doing lots, and then you learn faster, and then there's tanks all over your house before you know it, and then you need a shed in your garden to put them all in. Okay, maybe that's just me. Anyway, what can I do better? I'm planning to get a koi better for it. Koi betters. I've got Mike. Mike's having a new rescape soon. That tank's really sort of been... It's been nearly 6 months. You know the rules. 6 months, you're getting shut down. Okay, so what can you do to improve it? Right, I see what you're going for. I like it. You got your Linda feeler, so you're already onto a winner there. What I think this aquarium could do with, though, is breaking up some of the gaps, and then a little bit of detail in the foreground, maybe some smaller rocks or something like that, just because at the moment it looks like there's definite sections, if you like. There's a left, there's a right, there's something in the middle, and then there's nothing at the front. What I feel like is that you can see that there's basically 3 rocks, like you can see them, that they're there. It'd be nice if we could tie them all together so that you can't see the joins in between them. I hope that's making sense. Is that making sense to you? Basically, I'm pointing at the screen again, you guys can't see that, you can see it on the video. If we fill in this area here with more plants, I'm talking like epiphyte plants, like what you've actually got there, so either more Anubias, or go for some smaller Java ferns, like the narrow leaf Java fern is one that's quite readily available and stays nice and small. I reckon a narrow leaf Java fern in this gap here, and also a larger one, either a still narrow leaf or just normal Java fern in that section there. Just pull the Anubias down a little bit so it's closer to the substrate in that area, and fill that area, the center there, because it's not dead center, it's just off, which will work quite nicely with like a centerpiece Java fern. Java ferns work really well as sort of centerpiece and focal points for your aquascapes, and then the rest looking around it, because rocks are great, but unless it's a proper irigumi, I don't think they should be the main focal point, you know what I mean? Like, you don't tend to have stems either side like that. Anyway, you know what I mean? In that middle, a nice big Java fence is going to look really good, I think, anyway. That's what I would do to improve that aquarium. Okay, on to the next one. First time with real plants and community tank. Any hints would be appreciated. Crash Test Dunny. I'm guessing his surname is Dunn, or her surname is Dunn. Very clever, I love it. Anyway, right, so let's have a look. Oh, interesting. I like it. Oh, we've got a massive mix of fish here, but okay. Right, first of all, more plants. Obviously, that's going to be my first thing to suggest. Trim this limnophilia. I trim the stalks and replant it where it is. Get that whole area looking bushy and thick. There we go, done it. I'm not going to do it deliberately, but if it comes out, it comes out, okay? Right, there's quite a lot of algae on this like bit of wood. I think this is cork, or maybe not even real. I don't know. Either way, there's quite a lot of algae on it. Now, the reason there's a lot of algae on it is because the light is quite high. Now, your plant growth seems to be doing well. We've got some new shoots of the crypt coming out here. That's Willisi, I think. Willisi, I don't know. Yeah, that's doing well. But the limnophilia is also growing well, but I can see some algae sort of blowing on that as well. If you're okay where you are and you think it's all right and you're happy with the maintenance, keep going as you are. As you progress and more plants grow, the algae situation will actually eventually take care of itself because the plants will be using the nutrients. However, if you want to stop this so that you're not got a continuous like green coating on everything, which some people quite like, but if you don't want that, I'd reduce the light down a bit. Now, if it's an LED strip that you can't control, you can just black out some of the LEDs by just putting a little bit of black electrical tape over them, over the plastic sheath, you know, not actually on the LED, but you know what I mean. Okay, so that's what I would do to that. I want to get the algae in check, to be honest. That's what I would rather do. And then second of all, no, what's going on with your background? And you need to clean your glass before the video. Come on, you know. The most important thing about fish tanks is clean glass. I try and keep on top of it, but sometimes I do forget. But come on, we need to keep our glass clean. It's the main thing people need to look through to see our aquariums. But the background, come on, let's get a black background on it. I don't know what that is. Is that like a sticky that's peeling off, or is the back look completely smashed? I can't tell, but a black background is going to look good. We need to get that black, proper black. I just said black about 4 times, didn't I? Just get it black. And then I think we've got some dwarf sage here. That's going to carpet in nicely, I think, providing we've got some nutrients inside of this gravel and sand mix. If you haven't got any nutrients in that, definitely get some of the root tabs. I use the tropical ones. They're blinking good. You can buy them from any Pets at Home. So looks like this setup has got plants that you bought from Pets at Home, and I'm guessing you did. And if you did, then you can get those tablets there as well. Okay, let's have a look at some more tanks. So 55 gallon, 208 litre Killifish community tank with 4 species of killifish. They've been breeding, and now I have at least 4 baby killies. That is awesome. Killifish, that's something I'm really interested in. But I've never seen them, really. I think I've seen 1 or 2 in the shops I've been in, the local fish shops, and that's it. But I'm really intrigued. They're just absolutely stunning. Let's have a look at the video anyway. Look, oh my god, look at that. That is like, I shouldn't say oh my god, oh my goodness. I always tell my children to say oh my goodness, because oh my god, that's not, you shouldn't say that. Anyway, this looks like a little dragon running around, doesn't it? Look at that, it's so stunning. Those blues, those colours. I love this. I'm guessing the males are the more colourful of the species. I don't know much about killifish because, as I said, I've never been able to keep them. So normally what I do is I see something in the shop, I go, oh my god, that's great. I run out into the car, research it, look at the water parameters, look at all that stuff, see if I've got something that suits it. If I don't, I know I've got to go and do something. But you know, I've never seen them either way. Like, oh, it's something I definitely need to look into because this is really cool as well. Oh, sorry about the scape. The scape, guys, look, that's stunning. So we've got a central piece of wood in the middle, which is kind of like the focal point. It looks kind of like a tree stump, if you like. We've got some nice rocks either side, and there's a massive bits of Ludwigia as the main sort of plants in the background. That looks absolutely fantastic. Great job, whoever this is. This is Garden of Edens. That's cool. I like that. I like that. And it's a girl. Yay, more girls. Well done. Absolutely insane job. Insane job. This is something I'm interested in. Whoa, look at that red one. Look at that red one down the corner. Look at him. It's like he's on fire. I want this. I want this. Right, okay, so I've got an idea, right? This is a big tank for that fit, those amount of fish, I think. But good idea because you've got the breeding, you got all that going on, so that's cool. Oh great, we've got no loading. We've got loading. My internet out in the studio is kind of low, so sometimes it lags, especially if the kids are on the tablet. But anyway, I want to do. I've got a load of space. I haven't got space, what am I talking about? I can fit in some small gaps, a racking system of four, that's 3. I always struggle with that. 4, I don't even need to show you know what 4 is. 4 60cm tanks or 100 litre tanks. I can do a racking system with those, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yet the lower ones will be lower down, and I said, oh, you shouldn't do that, you should never look at them. But that's not actually true now, because I've got lower nanos and I do look, I'm more into it. You know, there is the space for it nowadays because I've got bigger room in this studio. So I want to do 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's just going to allow me to do things like what we've got here, like just a dedicated Killifish tank, like the mud skipper tank we've always talked about. I really want to get the mud skippers, and I think if I put them on a lower level, the children as well, my children, it'll be perfect head height for them because they love those, watching them jump around and stuff. And I think that'll be really cool for them and for me and for you. So yeah, that's lots of cool stuff coming up. But great tank, really good tank. It's just so fun, isn't it? It's such a fun tank. Definitely something I want to do as well, guys. Okay, moving on. Right, musk turtle tiger barb fish tank. It has 6 tiger barbs and 1 musk turtle in there. I set the tank up a day ago. Any suggestions? I'm only 11 and this is my first tank ever. Don't be harsh. Well, hello, fish tanks, MD fish tanks. Well, that's obviously not your name, but whoever you are, thank you for posting first of all. 11, well done, fair play. Okay, let's have a little look. Right, a lovely little cave down here. It's absolutely brilliant. It's so cute. Okay, what I would do, I'd try and find some rocks somewhere. Like, I don't expect at 11 you can be able to afford to buy rocks, so just get some rocks locally. Make sure you can find out if they're safe. To do that, look online to test aquarium rocks, and you'll find a guide as to determine what is and isn't a viable option. Anyway, doesn't matter too much what it is, to be honest. All rocks look good, don't they? They're all nature at the end of the day. So I would personally build up, I keep pointing at the screen. I personally would build up left hand corner, coming out of the water, a pile of rocks. Now you can, if you get flattish rocks, you can build that quite stable. It's not hard to do at all. Any gaps you can fill in with sand in between, and you just build it up steadily. And musk turtles don't like a lot of depth, so you don't need to worry too much about getting, you know, too much water in the tank, although it does help to keep it clean. But I would build right up out of the water there, and I'd probably do it on both sides, so you've got like a bit of an open gap in the middle. On one side would be a nice basking area, but we both know that musk turtles, they don't really bask that much anyway. They more sort of sit near the surface and perch on things, begging for food a lot of the time. Anyway, that's what Timmy does, and Timmy loves a good feed. So, but yeah, I definitely consider building more rock up in the background, basically, unless you want to keep it open. But for me, rock looks always better as a back set or backdrop, sorry, than just glass and a plain colour. So maybe go for that. It's up to you at the end of the day, but that's what I would do. Any rock looks good as a background. So that is going to be it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for going on the Reddit, commenting, upvoting everything. Really enjoying this, and I'm really enjoying giving you guys ideas, or showing you ideas, because I'm not giving them to you, you guys are giving them to you. And it's really good to have that awesome community vibe going on that we've got. Nearly 1,000 now, nearly 1,000 people join the Reddit. That'd be awesome if more of you can come along as well. So yeah, as I say, keep uploading, keep upvoting, and make sure you're leaving your videos. Everyone loves a video, and I'll catch you on the next one.